Red Nation Blogger back with another video, y'all. Sorry for the hiatus. But I'm back. The Rockets lose to the Milwaukee Bucks, snapping a 4-game win streak, 5-game win streak, 4-game win streak, 5-game win streak, 5-game win streak. If I'm wrong, correct me. They snap a 5-game winning streak to the Milwaukee Bucks. This was a tough loss for me to really consume. NBA officiating is really, really bad, but I don't want to focus on officiating really quick. The last video, I think I talked a little bit about Ime Udoka. I think I talked a little bit about like his coaching decisions, his rotations, and critical moments. And it seems to me that he's not getting better at all. Tari Eason is playing well. Jae'Sean Tate is defending well. Jabari Smith is playing well. Jeff Green is playing well. Jalen Green is playing well. Fred VanVleet is playing well. And he goes to his normal rotations. I don't understand, like, in this era, we focus so much on resting and getting guys at their best. I remember the days when 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24-year-olds played heavy minutes. I remember the days when those guys played heavy minutes. Now, we want to keep them at 31 and 32 minutes. Jalen Green is 21 years old. Jalen Green played 28 minutes. Jabari played 28 minutes. Jabari Smith Jr. is 20 years old. What are we doing? Why is these guys not playing 30-plus minutes a night? Jabari was killing in the fourth quarter. He was killing from the mid-range, making almost every single shot. Jalen Green in the third quarter, in the second quarter, and the third quarter had put together a really good scoring game. So what does Ime Udoka do? He benches him and puts in Aaron Holiday because that's the normal rotation. But Aaron Holiday didn't contribute anything in the first half. What made you think he was going to come in the second half as a role player and snap out of that? He's not Jalen Green level talent. He's not a Jabari Smith or Alperen Sengun. You don't give him that benefit of the doubt. If he's playing well, you ride with him. You see if you can continue to ride the hot hand. And if Jalen is struggling, you go to him. Jalen wasn't struggling. Why is he playing 28 minutes? Why is he playing 28 minutes? Alperen Sengun defensively tonight had like 2 or 3 good moments. He was bad all night. He lost Brook Lopez on 2 inbound plays that led to threes. One was both were inexcusable, but one was with like 1.8 seconds left on the shot clock. He loses him just staring at Giannis, loses Brook Lopez in the corner for a 3. You take those away, this is a completely different game down the stretch. Alperen Sengun was really, really bad tonight. This was probably his worst defensive game that I've seen all season. This was the Rockets' probably worst defensive game that I've seen all season. But Milwaukee's offense is potent, so I do want to cut the Rockets a little bit of slack. I'm not going to sit here and act like Giannis and Dame and Middleton and Lopez and Portis is not a lot to deal with. That's a lot to deal with for great teams that are going to be at the end when April and May come around. But this game was very, very frustrating. This was not Ime Udoka's best work. Not in the slightest. When you lose, I had a conversation with a lot of people on Twitter this morning about this season and what would be a success. Will playoffs be a success? Will play-in be a success? Some guys even say, hey, man, 35 wins, 40 wins, not making the playoffs is a success. Everybody has their own thing of success and what they view as successful and not successful. And I do too. I don't think this team is going to win a championship, go to the conference finals, go to the semifinals. I don't think any of that. But this is a playoff team. And I think that it's frustrating when you lose what I deem winnable games. And I think that tonight was a winnable game. Tari Eason should have closed. Jeff Green should have closed. Alperen Sengun should not have seen the floor again. Jalen Green should have played more minutes. I just don't understand this era that we're in. I don't even think it's like a Rockets thing. Like Fred VanVleet is 28, 29 years old. He leads the NBA in minutes. Now, granted, he plays a critical position that the Houston Rockets really lack at. They need a point guard. So I understand that. But like Jalen Green is the best perimeter scorer on the team. Even when he's not scoring, having explosive scoring nights, he's still our best scoring threat. He's at least a threat. You at least have to account for him on the floor. Why is he playing 28 minutes a game? I don't understand. It's very weird that Ime Udoka continues to do this. I do believe that sometimes he drops the ball on the coaching part. But I don't want to harp on that too much. That's my Ime Udoka spiel. On to some positives. Jabari Smith Jr. was excellent in the second half, in the fourth quarter specifically. Hit big shot after big shot, constantly closed the gap, constantly got in the spots, and the Rockets were feeding him. That's the one thing, like, this whole everybody eats, 1, 2, 3, everybody eats. Like, that's cool, but, like, you need go-to guys and go-to moments. And tonight, Jabari Smith was a go-to guy in a go-to moment. And I think that needs to continue to happen. That needs to continue to build in order for us to have some success, because you need interior scoring. You're not going to always be able to get to the paint every single time. So when you can score on that outer area of the paint, that is critical. That is very, very critical. So Jabari had a really good game tonight. Jalen Green was solid. Started off really, really slow. Looked like it was one of those 2 for 13 nights, 2 for 11 nights for Jalen Green, but he snapped out of it. He played really well, hit big shots, hit timely shots, momentum-stopping shots that ultimately stopped the Bucks from really running away. Fred VanVleet was excellent tonight. 1 turnover, led the team in assists. Jalen Green, 7 assists, 1 turnover. Really, really good night. Dylan Brooks was solid. Tari Eason continues to impress. He continues to impress. He needs to get minutes. I understand finding it hard to keep Dylan Brooks on the floor, Jabari Smith. Even though I'm complaining, I kind of understand it, because Tari Eason is really, really hard to keep off the floor. But I think that if you really want to continue to get Jabari Smith minutes, you want to get Tari Eason minutes, continue to get Dylan Brooks minutes, then instead of playing Jeff Green some nights, since he's older and he's a vet, you can play Jabari at the 5, Tari at the 4, Dylan at the 3, Jalen at the 2, and Fred VanVleet at the 1. I really think that could work in spots and for rotation purposes, because you don't always have to play Jeff Green, and Jock Landale is flat out unplayable. Like, that's just, it is what it is when it comes to that front. But those are the positives of the night. Negatives, like I said, Aaron Holiday really didn't do anything. He didn't contribute. Ime Udoka was a super negative tonight. And those are probably like the only... Oh, how could I forget? The referees were negative tonight. Really, really. Like, it's really bad. All leagues. Nobody's being held accountable for the things that happen on the court. Like, the referees don't have to be held accountable on a public platform to make the fans feel better. Instead, they want to reprimand them behind closed doors, but players don't get reprimanded behind closed doors. Players are put on the forefront and are obligated to talk to the media on a nightly basis. Why aren't the refs? That needs to actually be a question that needs to go to the CBA. Owners need to go and talk about it, and the NBA Players Association needs to put pressure on the owners and the commissioner to actually have that come to fruition. As always, man, thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Red Nation Blogger, out.